Click Next to continue. Welcome to the Data Center Virtualization Fundamentals course. This course provides a fundamental understanding of VMware's data center virtualization products. The course also takes you through the components and features of vSphere 6.0 and shows how the vSphere 6.0 product line helps resolve business and IT challenges commonly faced by organizations. Click Next to continue. At the end of this course, you will be able to identify the need for data center virtualization, describe the components and features of vSphere 6.0, describe how VMware's products help solve business and technical challenges with regard to data center virtualization. The course covers a wide range of topics in its 3 modules: Introduction to Data Center Virtualization with VMware vSphere, Components of VMware vSphere, and vSphere Solutions to Data Center Challenges. Module 1 introduces the concepts of data center virtualization with focus on vSphere 6.0. Module 2 provides an overview of the vSphere 6.0 product line, explaining its various components and features. Module 3 presents the common challenges faced by organizations and the solutions offered by vSphere 6.0 to resolve those challenges. Welcome to the Introduction to Data Center Virtualization with VMware vSphere module. This module introduces data center virtualization and other concepts related to data center virtualization. The module also introduces vSphere 6.0 as a VMware solution to implement data center virtualization. Click Next to continue. At the end of this module, you will be able to identify the need for data center virtualization, describe virtual machines and their capabilities, outline the capabilities of vSphere 6.0. VMware has been radically transforming IT with technologies that make businesses more agile, efficient, and profitable. With virtualization and policy-driven automation, we simplify IT complexity across the entire data center. At VMware, our vision is to be efficient, automate quality of service, and have independent choices. We aim to reduce capital and operational expenditures, or CapEx and OpEx, by over 50% for all applications, while remaining independent of hardware, operating systems, application stacks, and service providers. Our goal is to help organizations move beyond IT as a cost center to a more business-centric IT as a service model. This new model creates an improved approach for modern IT architecture at each critical layer: infrastructure, applications, and end-user access. Virtualization is the process of creating virtual versions of physical components, such as servers, storage devices, and network devices. Virtualization serves as an effective way to reduce IT expenses while boosting efficiency and agility, not just for large enterprises, but also for small and mid-sized businesses. With virtualization, you can run multiple operating systems and applications on a single server and consolidate hardware to get vastly higher productivity from fewer servers. Key areas where virtualization is applied include server virtualization, network virtualization, storage virtualization, application virtualization, and desktop virtualization. Using server virtualization, multiple operating systems can run on a single physical server as virtual machines, each with access to the underlying server's computing resources. Each VM in the host is unaware of the other VMs that exist within the same host. So if a VM crashes, the other VMs are not affected. Network virtualization is the complete reproduction of a physical network as software. Storage virtualization provides an abstraction layer for physical storage resources to be managed and optimized in a virtualization deployment. Application virtualization increases mobility of applications and allows migration to any server in the environment with minimal downtime by decoupling the application and operating system from the server hardware. Delivering virtualized desktops and applications to branch offices, outsourced and offshore employees, and mobile workers on iPad and Android tablets helps reduce costs and increase service. Virtualization is the fundamental technology that powers cloud computing, and helps deliver on its potential. By virtualizing, consolidating, and automating your data center resources and management, you can transform your data center into a flexible cloud infrastructure with the performance and reliability to run the most demanding applications. VMware offers several products and services that allow you to do just that. For example, VMware vRealize Suite is a cloud management platform purpose-built for heterogeneous data centers and the hybrid cloud. And among other things, it allows you to automate the delivery of infrastructure and applications across multiple hypervisors, private and public cloud, with both speed and control. vSphere, the server virtualization platform from VMware, provides a robust API that simplifies infrastructure management for administrators and integrates with OpenStack APIs that enable developers to deploy, manage, and run OpenStack infrastructure. You can use vSphere Big Data Extensions, or BDE, on the vSphere platform to deliver a new level of efficiency and agility in handling data workloads. vSphere leverages BDE to support next-generation application frameworks such as Hadoop. BDE provides an integrated set of management tools that allows you to deploy, run, and manage Hadoop workloads in virtual and cloud environments. So, what is data center virtualization? Let's take a look. From a technical perspective, data center virtualization is the conversion of the hardware devices in a data center into software resources. Consider your physical data center that typically includes a number of physical servers and other networking and storage devices. These physical devices are expensive, consume a lot of space and power, and generate heat. Also, hardware failures are always a potential threat, and routine maintenance tasks, such as redeployment and backups, are often time-consuming processes requiring extensive downtime. Through data center virtualization, you can consolidate your servers into fewer pieces of hardware and effectively manage them using virtualized management platforms. In a virtualized environment, each server's operating system and applications are separated from the underlying hardware and placed on a hypervisor, which provides each virtual machine access to the underlying physical resources. This enables multiple virtual machines to access the same hardware. The most pressing challenge faced by IT departments in organizations across the world is the infrastructure sprawl that compels IT departments to channel 70% of their budget into maintenance, leaving scant resources for business-building innovation. This difficulty stems from the architecture of today's x86 servers. These servers are designed to run just one operating system and application at a time. As a result, even small data centers have to deploy many servers, each operating at just 5 to 15% of its capacity. Highly inefficient by any standard. Virtualization software solves the problem by enabling several operating systems and applications to run on one physical server or host. Each self-contained virtual machine is isolated from the others and uses as much of the host's computing resources as it requires. Click each label to know more about the benefits of data center virtualization. Server consolidation enables you to get more out of your existing hardware by running multiple virtual machines on a single physical server. Fewer servers result in lower capital and operating costs. Note that a virtualization solution that has the highest virtual machine density per host provides maximum savings. Availability and fault tolerance features are an integral part of data center virtualization tools and help protect all your virtualized applications. Using these features, if a node or server fails, all its virtual machines are automatically restarted or continued on another machine with no downtime or data loss. Virtualization makes it easier to survive potential IT disasters. In the event of such a disaster, you can move virtual machines from one server to another in a different location without data loss. Streamlined and automated management tasks allow you to spend less time on maintenance and more time on innovation. Virtualization lets your business scale rapidly because you can deploy desktops, applications, and servers quickly and flexibly. The heart of virtualization is the virtual machine, a tightly isolated software container with its own virtual hardware, a guest operating system, and one or more applications. A virtual machine is a collection of virtualized hardware resources that constitute a physical computer on a native environment. Virtual machines share the hardware of the physical server on which they are mounted. This feature enables you to quickly replace or upgrade the virtual machine components. Virtual machines allow you to add components such as network cards and processors without rebooting the virtual machine, thereby reducing downtime. You can install operating systems and applications in virtual machines in the same way as you install programs on a physical server. Applications running in virtual machines access CPU, memory, disk, and network resources without directly accessing the underlying physical hardware. Because each virtual machine is completely separate and independent, you can have many virtual machines running simultaneously on a single host. A thin layer of software, the hypervisor, decouples the virtual machines from the host and dynamically allocates computing resources to each virtual machine as required. Let's now look at the capabilities and benefits of virtual machines. Virtual machines can be used to host any application from file, database, email, and high-performance application servers. Organizations consider virtualization as a means to increase their availability, whether as a protection scheme against common hardware failures or complete site-level disasters. Virtual machines are easy to move, copy, and restore, so they make disaster recovery very simple. Some organizations also look to virtualization as a means to provision new servers quickly because it is possible to create and deploy new virtual machines in just minutes. Virtual machines provide capabilities that even physical machines cannot accomplish. Think about the last time you applied a patch to a server only to find out that it caused data loss or some other system instability. In a virtual machine, a feature called snapshots allows you to capture the entire running state of a virtual machine, from the contents of its hard disks to the state of its CPU and memory. If a patch or update causes an issue, you can easily revert to its original state without the massive time investment of a full system restore. Using a technique called bare metal backup, you can take a complete image-based backup of a virtual machine while it's running. Bare metal backup allows you to restore the entire server without the need to load a recovery operating system. Using this feature, you can also restore individual files. Virtual machines also allow you to hot add virtual hardware. This means that if your virtual machine's operating system supports hot add, you can increase the capabilities of a virtual machine without restarting it. However, to decrease resources, the virtual machines needs to be powered off. Organizations choose virtual machines because of the benefits they provide. Here are 3 main benefits of using virtual machines. Click each benefit to know more. As each virtual machine encapsulates an entire machine, many applications and operating systems can run on a single host at the same time. Every physical machine is used to its full capacity, allowing you to significantly reduce costs by deploying fewer servers overall. As self-contained software files, virtual machines can be manipulated with copy and paste ease. Virtual machines can even be transferred from one physical server to another while running, via a process called live migration, or better known as vMotion. You can also virtualize business-critical applications to reduce costs and improve performance, reliability, and scalability. So, where can you create virtual machines? A hypervisor provides the virtual hardware and an appropriate share of physical resources on which you can create virtual machines. It is managed by vCenter Server, the vSphere management tool, and is installed on the server to allow multiple, unique, and isolated virtual machines to run on the same physical server. There are 2 types of hypervisors: bare metal, hosted. Click each hypervisor type to know more. Bare metal hypervisors are installed on a physical device without an operating system. They perform the functions of the operating systems and have resource management capabilities. VMware ESXi is an example of bare metal hypervisor. Data center virtualization is typically performed using bare metal hypervisors because the dependency on another operating system is low. There is also less resource overhead, as these hypervisors perform both roles. Hosted hypervisors operate as an application on top of a pre-existing operating system. The separation of roles can be helpful if the underlying hardware is not supported by a bare metal hypervisor. VMware Workstation is an example of hosted hypervisor. vSphere ESXi is a bare metal hypervisor that performs resource management while directly accessing the underlying physical hardware. It improves resource efficiency because of low operating system overhead. Also, the stability of the ESXi hypervisor is not dependent on another operating system. ESXi hosts your virtual machines and provides some basic management functions to help you deploy and control your virtual machines. With the ESXi host, you can create new virtual machines, adjust their configuration, monitor performance, and maybe even control the operating system on the virtual machines remotely. ESXi is commonly installed directly on hard drives of the physical server, but you can also install it in flash drives, SD cards, and USB drives. You can also network boot the ESXi host using traditional boot from network tools such as Protocol Execution Environment, or PXE, and Trivial File Transfer Protocol, or TFTP servers. VMware vSphere 6.0 empowers users to virtualize scale-up and scale-out applications with confidence, redefines availability, and simplifies the virtual data center. The result is a highly available, resilient, on-demand infrastructure that is the ideal foundation for any cloud environment. The platform can drive down data center costs, increase system and application uptime, and drastically simplify the way IT runs the data center. vSphere is purpose-built for the next generation of applications and serves as the core foundational building block for the Software-Defined Data Center, or SDDC. vSphere accelerates the shift to cloud computing for existing data centers and also supports compatible public cloud offerings, forming the foundation for the industry's only hybrid cloud model. vSphere 6.0 delivers enhanced scale, performance, and availability that enables you to easily and confidently virtualize applications. With vSphere 6.0, you can simplify management of the virtual data center to manage the creation, sharing, deployment, and migration of virtual machines with powerful yet simple and intuitive tools. vSphere 6.0 provides the capability to perform live workload migrations and data center maintenance with zero application downtime. It also allows you to transform storage for virtual machines by enabling external storage arrays to operate in a more virtual machine-centric manner. You can build and operate cloud environments that fit your needs using vSphere and the VMware Stack or open-source frameworks such as OpenStack and the VMware Integrated OpenStack add-on. The capabilities and features of vSphere 6.0 that you can leverage depend on the product edition you choose. vSphere 6.0 is available in 3 different editions: Standard, Enterprise, and Enterprise Plus. For more information on the vSphere 6.0 editions, refer to the Resources document in the documentation area for this module. Let's look at some of the benefits of using vSphere 6.0. vSphere 6.0 improves efficiency through utilization and automation, maximizes uptime across your cloud infrastructure, reduces unplanned downtime, and eliminates planned downtime for server and storage maintenance. vSphere 6.0 also helps greatly lower IT costs, reducing capital expenditures by up to 70% and operational expenditures by up to 30% for each application running on vSphere. vSphere 6.0 provides agility with control and allows quick response to changing business needs without sacrificing security or control. With vSphere 6.0, you can use a common, standards-based platform to leverage existing IT assets alongside next-generation IT services and enhance vSphere through open APIs with solutions from a global ecosystem of leading technology providers. vSphere 6.0 helps organizations address several challenges related to availability, scalability, optimization, management, application upgrade, and cloud challenges. As we progress through this course, we will go over the key features and components of vSphere 6.0 and see how they help organizations resolve business challenges. Now that you have completed this module, you should be able to identify the need for data center virtualization, describe virtual machines and their capabilities, outline the capabilities of vSphere 6.0, Welcome to the Components of VMware vSphere module. This module introduces you to the components of VMware vSphere 6.0 that leverage the power of virtualization to transform data centers into simplified cloud computing infrastructures and enable IT organizations to deliver flexible and reliable IT services. An introduction to the components of VMware vSphere will help you understand the vSphere components and how they interact. Click Next to continue. At the end of this module, you will be able to describe how the components of vSphere 6.0 support data center virtualization, explain the physical and virtual topologies of a vSphere 6.0 data center, describe the various data center virtualization products, vSphere 6.0 leverages the power of virtualization to transform data centers into simplified cloud computing infrastructure and enables IT organizations to deliver flexible and reliable IT services. It manages large collections of infrastructure such as compute, storage, and networking as a seamless and dynamic operating environment. vSphere consists of the following component layers. vCenter Server. vCenter Server provides a single point of control for the vSphere data center. It provides essential data center services such as access control, performance monitoring, and configuration. Infrastructure Services. Infrastructure services are the set of services provided to abstract, aggregate, and allocate hardware or infrastructure resources. Infrastructure services can be categorized into compute, storage, and network. Application Services. Application services are the set of services provided to ensure availability, security, and scalability of applications. Examples of application services include high availability and vMotion. Clients. The vSphere Client and vSphere Web Client are the interfaces that allow users to communicate with the vSphere data center. Before discussing the component layers in detail, let's understand how these component layers make up the architecture of vSphere 6.0. vSphere 6.0 represents the core of the software-defined data center by virtualizing the entire IT infrastructure, servers, storage, and networks with software. It groups these heterogeneous resources and transforms the rigid, inflexible infrastructure into a simple and unified manageable set of elements in the virtualized environment. Infrastructure services such as compute, storage, and network services abstract, aggregate, and allocate hardware or infrastructure resources. vSphere makes infrastructure resilient with features like vSphere High Availability, Fault Tolerance, vMotion, Storage vMotion, and DRS. The management layer of vSphere 6.0 consists of the vCenter Server and vRealize operations that centrally help with configuring, provisioning, and managing virtualized IT environments. The interface layer of vSphere 6.0 is comprised of clients that allow a user to access the vSphere data center, for example, vSphere Web Client. vSphere 6.0 clusters can now scale to support more than 64 hosts with 8,000 virtual machines. Each virtual machine can have up to 128 vCPUs and 4 terabytes of RAM. And due to this, vSphere 6.0 is capable of virtualizing even the most demanding applications. Using vSphere 6.0, administrators can simplify management of their infrastructure by creating a virtual data center that has a highly available, resilient, on-demand infrastructure that is the ideal foundation for any cloud environment. It includes components to perform the following functions: compute, storage, networking, availability, management. Click each function to learn more. In vSphere 6.0, clusters can scale to as many as 64 hosts and support 8,000 virtual machines in a single cluster. This enables greater consolidation ratios, more efficient use of VMware vSphere Distributed Resource Scheduler, or vSphere DRS, and fewer clusters that must be separately managed. Each vSphere 6.0 instance can support as many as 480 physical CPUs, 12 terabytes of RAM, and 2,048 virtual machines per host. By leveraging the latest hardware advances, ESXi 6.0 enables the virtualization of some of the applications that could not be virtualized earlier. VMware vCenter Server, the hypervisor core management application of vSphere, provides centralized management of the vSphere virtual infrastructure. It allows administrators to ensure security and availability, simplifies day-to-day tasks, and reduces the complexity of managing virtual infrastructure. vCenter Server manages the essential functions of vSphere from any browser using vSphere Web Client. It provides simplified and integrated management of VMware hosts. It also simplifies management by assembling or automating out-of-the-box workflows. In vCenter Orchestrator, vCenter Server can restart failed virtual machines without any manual intervention. It monitors utilization across resource pools and allocates available resources among virtual machines according to predefined rules. vCenter Server integrates with ecosystem partners to extend the capabilities of the virtual infrastructure. The VMware Platform Services Controller, or PSC, is a component of vCenter Server. It contains common infrastructure services such as vCenter Single Sign-On, VMware Certificate Authority, licensing, and server reservation and registration services. This gives customers a single point to manage all their vSphere roles and permissions along with licensing. PSC has two models of deployment, embedded and centralized. In the embedded model, the PSC and vCenter Server are installed on a single virtual machine. In the centralized model, the PSC and vCenter Server are installed on different virtual machines. VMware vCenter Server, the hypervisor core management application of vSphere, provides centralized management of the vSphere virtual infrastructure. It allows administrators to ensure security and availability, simplifies day-to-day tasks, and reduces the complexity of managing virtual infrastructure. vCenter Server manages the essential functions of vSphere from any browser using vSphere web client. It provides simplified and integrated management of VMware hosts. It also simplifies management by assembling or automating out-of-the-box workflows. In vCenter Orchestrator, vCenter Server can restart failed virtual machines without any manual intervention. It monitors utilization across resource pools and allocates available resources among virtual machines according to predefined rules. vCenter Server integrates with ecosystem partners to extend the capabilities of the virtual infrastructure. The VMware Platform Services Controller, or PSC, is a component of vCenter Server. It contains common infrastructure services such as vCenter Single Sign-On, VMware Certificate Authority, licensing, and server reservation and registration services. This gives customers a single point to manage all their vSphere roles and permissions along with licensing. PSC has two models of deployment, embedded and centralized. In the embedded model, the PSC and vCenter Server are installed on a single virtual machine. In the centralized model, the PSC and vCenter Server are installed on different virtual machines. vCenter Server has the following features: certificate management, alarms and alerts, monitoring features, template management, linked mode deployment. Click each feature to learn more. In vSphere 6.0, solution users, the users created when a solution such as vCenter Server, vCenter Inventory Service, and so on, is registered with vCenter Single Sign-On are utilized as certificate endpoints. These users are issued certificates instead of individual services. This enables the services associated with a solution user to utilize the same certificate, substantially reducing the number of certificates required to manage in the environment. The VMware Certificate Authority, or VMCA, is a root certificate authority, or CA, that issues signed certificates to all vSphere 6.0 components via the solution users. Alarms are notifications that are activated in response to an event, a set of conditions, or the state of an inventory object. Alarms can change state from mild warnings to more serious alerts as system conditions change, and can trigger automated alarm actions. This functionality is useful when you want to be informed or take immediate action when certain events or conditions occur for a specific inventory object or group of objects. vCenter Server provides several tools to help you monitor your virtual environment and to locate the source of current and potential problems. It provides performance charts, storage reports, and system log files to monitor your environment. The content library simplifies virtual machine template management and distribution by centrally managing virtual machine templates, ISO images, and scripts. It also performs the replication of associated data from the published catalog to the subscribed catalog at other sites. As content is updated, old versions are automatically purged and replaced with a new version, offering lifecycle management capabilities for virtual machine templates and related files. vCenter Server Linked Mode enables a common inventory view across multiple instances of the vCenter server. Linked Mode provides a single pane of glass view across geographically separate vCenter servers. This deployment replicates licenses, permissions, and rules across multiple vCenter servers. Linked Mode is automatically enabled for any vCenter server deployment.